What's up, guys? Welcome back for another episode. And we're going to start this episode in the car. I don't think you guys are ready to see the wheels on the car yet. And here's a hint. It looks absolutely incredible, which you could probably see from the thumbnail, right? But if you guys have been following this channel for a little bit, I like to take you guys throughout the process, make you guys feel like you're there with me, right? As we mod this car, as we go through these car journeys. And it's a process that I enjoy bringing you guys along. So I can tell you this wheels were refinished by the team at Motorwerkz, right? It's a full 3-piece setup. If you guys missed the last episode, Ron explained a little bit exactly what I'm doing. So if you guys haven't seen that, check that video out. But in a little bit, we're gonna kick it over to Ron and his team, and he's gonna give us some more explanation, and there's gonna be so many cinematic B-rolls in there that you're definitely gonna enjoy. And then after that, we're gonna kick it over to the present time where we're at PSI, right? Precision Sport Industries. And we're actually gonna get the wheels placed on there because if you guys missed it, we have the Stance Parts Moton air cups on the car. This is probably one of the best solutions if you're trying to go low, right? If you wanna go low and have the perfect fitment, you definitely wanna do this. We also, in this episode, you're gonna see that we actually added some SPL arms in the rear suspension. And we'll have one of the techs, Adam, there explain exactly why you would want to do this, right? And something that I didn't know at all. I didn't know this existed. I had no idea. And then when you get into the fitment game, there's so many accessories and parts that allow you to have that fine-tuned fitment. And I can tell you this, it looks absolutely incredible. So other than that, let's take it over to the guys over at Motorwerkz, meet Ron again, and see some of the things that they've done to my BBS LMRs, and then we're gonna kick it back over to PSI. So enjoy.
Giant to a Maggie, big boss status. Ain't gon' lie, I really wish they would like a cabin. I ain't do no front and get my money on the back end. Yesterday's price ain't today, now we taxing. Way out the fear, ain't no way out for me. They always told me I'm the wave, like I'm way out. And see, I know some real ones turn state, ain't no way I could be out here living like the villain, only way up for me. Moving out the purges, I give time if it was worth it. If you coming for my fam, then you know I take it personal. Say that you the GOAT, I asked around, I never heard of you. Rocky road ahead, and there's some things I had to hurt. Pick a side, pick your poison. Pick a side, pick your poison. Pick a side, pick your poison. Ain't no picking on me, y'all about to get me going. Yeah, pick a side, pick your poison. Pick a side, pick your poison. Pick a side, pick your poison. Ain't no picking on me, y'all about to get me going.
Hey guys, so we finished up Ken's wheels, and check it out. This is his BBS LMR. What we ended up doing was hand brush champagne, and we did the BBS laser engravings in red. Kenneth's wheels were actually powder coated to replicate the diamond silver from BBS, which caused a lot of orange peel. And when I say orange peel, it's basically what it sounds like. It's like the skin of an orange. You see little waves and imperfections. But what we did for this to get this finish is we acid stripped the current finish through its bare aluminum, and what we did was we did hand brushing in between the spokes and the cuts, and we did a machine brush all over the center to give nice brushing, even lines through the corners, and basically a clean brush on the face. The brush champagne with liquid paint gives a lot more of a, let's just say, a 4K HD look. You won't see any imperfections like what powder coat gives you, and also it's a lot more structurally sane. When you do powder coating, especially if it's not from the factory, you're actually putting a gang of powder on the face, and you're putting it in a high oven, which is super high temperatures, which is actually really bad for your wheel, and it compromises the structural integrity of the wheel. So we always recommend doing liquid painting just to give you like a nice OE look. It's nice and clean. It's literally like 4K HD and very smooth. No orange peel. Besides the finish, we actually ended up converting his wheels to custom 3-piece, which means larger lips, and I tell Ken this all the time. We got some Jabba the Hutt slut lips on this damn thing. This is a 4-inch lip on the rear. This is actually his rear wheels. So this is a 20x11. We did a 7-inch inner and a 4-inch outer. And what else we did is we did our 50/50 hardware. So as you can see, the center is integrated by 20 bolts that register the center into the barrel. We did an additional 20 in the back, which gives you ultimate structural integrity. And for the most part, it kind of acts as a 2-piece, even though it's a 3-piece. And this is kind of our signature build for these type of wheels. But for the most part, now his wheels have larger lips, and our custom 3-piece lips, as you can see, there's another edge here. So it does make the lips a lot more aggressive, and for the most part gives him a full 4-inch lip. BBS does offer some large lips, but they're not like actual even numbers. Let's say their lip is 4-inch, it's gonna be like literally a hair under a 4-inch. But for the most part, he's gonna have these large lips. They're gonna look amazing, and I can't wait to see them at Beamer Invasion Orlando. If you want something like this done to your wheel, or if you need any customization or bespoke work on your wheels, we're here to help. Feel free to check us out on Instagram at AR_Motorwerkz, and that is WERKZ. And you can also email us at info@armotorwerkz.com. My name is Ron once again, and I hope to see you guys at Beamer Invasion Orlando, guys. Take it easy.
All right, guys, this is gonna be episode 3 here at PSI. Basically, we're back here early morning. The G80 is gonna get a new set of wheels, but we're also gonna adjust the suspension. There's some adjustments that needs to be done for the ride height. And also, if you guys didn't see in the previous videos, we have a new set of wheels, right? It's a newish set of wheels where it's the BBS LMRs. I'll show you right here. So these are my BBS LMRs that you guys seen before in the past. What happened recently was these wheels were sent out to AR Motorwerkz, and Ron and the team over there was actually able to get these wheels refinished and also rebarreled. So these are a full 3-piece set. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll link it down in the description. These wheels are gonna look so good on my car. Adam, what do you think?
Looks good, but it's gonna rub
Yeah,
with the 305 on it.
we were just looking at it. It looks insane. It's super, super flush. But I'm thinking one hard bump, you're messing up this whole fender. But just looking at it, right, I would probably have to run like a -3 in the rear.
Yeah, you have to go at least 3, probably a little
3.5. All right, guys, so we're here with Sean again, and it's been an interesting day so far. We got the wheels in. The wheels look absolutely incredible. I think the brushed champagne looks really good on the Mola. Yeah. There's some issues that we're running with because there's a ride height that I want to run on this setup, and there's also a fitment issue now. So the fitment issue is going to be corrected, but there's a solution for that.
Yeah, so the wheels are super aggressive. He's running, we actually changed the tire. There was a 305 on there. We now have a 295 in the rear.
Correct.
So we went in and changed the rear tire. That gave us a little bit more room, but we need more, and we need to add camber. But the problem is you can only add so much camber on the G8X without impacting the toe settings, which the toe needs to be corrected so he's not dragging the wheels down the highway as he goes down 3 hours to South Florida. So what we're gonna do is we test fit the wheels, we decided what we needed, we ordered some SPL pieces, which we're gonna show in the next video, which are gonna let us dial in the suspension for what Ken's needing. And he has some needs. He's a pretty needy guy. So he needs the ride height that he's wanting. He wants to run the wheels that Ron built.
Correct.
You know, which are amazing, by the way. And he has a certain look that we're trying to go with. So what I'm trying to do, and what my job is here, is to get it done the right way. So we're not doing crazy tire wear, we're not doing crazy camber, and we're really dialing it in to where the car handles as good as it looks. So we're gonna get those SPL arms on and then do that next time you come.
Yeah, and just to add to that, like, obviously you want the car to look great, but you also want it to handle and amazing, right? Because sure, we could go negative camber, but that's gonna really wear and tear the tires. And to be honest, tires, they're not cheap, right? They're expensive, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could also raise the car. I mean, in a day that we're in, if this was in one day and we had to finish the car today and get the wheels that he got, we absolutely could. But that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to check all the boxes that are important to really have this in, because this is a permanent setup for Ken, and we're just trying to make it 100% perfect the way that BMW would do it and the way that it's done right, in my opinion.
The guys here at PSI, and I mentioned it before, they do incredible work, and they're actually gonna make my car look even better, so stay tuned for that. We'll be back for another episode. All right, guys, we are back at PSI, and as you guys saw from the previous clip, we had some issues with fitment. And then we were discussing with Adam and also Sean that there's a solution to that, right? Because obviously with the new BBS LMRs, when it's rebarreled, the three-piece setup, that it gets a little aggressive. And also the ride height that I want, we had to make some adjustments. And I have Adam here that you guys saw in the previous videos. Adam, so what was the reasoning behind, obviously, whatever's on the table?
Any car, as soon as you lower it, you start to take your adjustment range out of your camber and your toe. Not every car has camber and toe adjustment. Most of them, new modern day cars do. So what happens whenever you lower the car, you take away that travel for that range of movement. And whenever you're trying to go extremely low, you have to have more adjustment. You know, some cars have an eccentric, some cars you have to buy a whole arm. And luckily SPL has developed these cars and they've offered a whole array of different arms to get the car set up to where we want it to be. So we have a set of the rear toe eccentric lockouts, and then we have a set of the rear upper arms. The goal is to essentially move the whole wheel inside the fender. So with doing that, we're going to move the bottom end and the top end. So essentially kind of change the offset of the wheel, but we're not. We're actually just moving the position of the wheel to be inside the fender just a little bit to be able to clear.
Because the issue was, right, if we left it at really aggressive negative, whatever, 3.
Yeah.
You said my toe was off, right?
Yeah.
Pretty
so
off.
we could get the camber to like 3.5, but then we have no toe adjustment. So we needed something that was adjustable to be able to do the toe.
And people that don't know about toe, what is toe anyway, right? Just to give you a brief summary about it.
So it's essentially toe is what steers the car. You know, the rear, if you don't have any of your toe adjustment and your toe is way out of the back, you know, the front just kind of follows wherever the rear is going because the rear is fixed. The front, you have a steering wheel. It's going to move, it's going to change. If your rear is way out, the front's just going to kind of just follow along and just, it's along for the ride.
Yeah, normally, based on my experience, just correct me if I'm wrong, normally without, I guess, a system with camber plates, you could adjust the toe in the front, but you can't adjust the toe as much in the rear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, this is going to correct the issue. This is going to be fine-tuning the suspension and also the fitment, which is what we really want. Because you said we could fit these wheels on and actually use less negative camber, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm excited. It's high-quality parts. These were overnighted, I believe, yesterday, so they just came in this morning. And I'm really excited to see how this is going to fit. I know a lot of you guys are actually curious. And Adam, we got a taste of what it looked like before, and it looked pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. And the other side effect to doing this is a lot of people think that it's going to create a lot of what they call NVH in the car, which is noise, vibration, harshness. And the amount of cars that we've done with these arms, you don't really feel it. The car, especially in the rear, it feels more planted.
Also, the feel of the car will be different, right?
It will be a little different. It's not going to be like, oh my gosh, night and day. But, you know, the factory has rubber bushings.
Okay.
These aren't rubber. You know, they're all spherical heim joints. And they're able to articulate.
Okay.
Whereas a rubber bushing, whenever you tighten the bolts down, you tighten them in a certain position, but it's just like anything else. It's got a twisting elasticity to it, so it actually supplies torsion to the suspension.
Okay.
So with these, you know, the suspension is going to be a lot more compliant. It's going to have a larger range of motion, and you don't really hear it, which is one of the nice things.
Yeah, so don't be worried, guys. If you guys are going to this setup, you don't have to worry about the noise. I can tell you this, if you guys haven't seen the previous videos where we installed, or Adam installed, the Moton ASD coilovers, I can tell you this, driving up and down to and from Orlando, it feels so much better. It feels so much better than stock. I feel it feels more compliant. I have more confidence getting into those higher speeds and stuff. Again, I'll have to do a full review as I give it some more time. But Adam, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you do your magic and enjoy the cinematic B-roll while we change the look of this car again. All right, so we just pulled the car into the alignment rack, and you can see right now from the B-roll, it looks incredible. Now is the final stages of getting this car all aligned, and I can tell you this, I just told Adam, this is exactly what I was envisioning, right? It's not too cambered out. It is on a right height that I'm looking for. That's exactly what I envisioned, and it's probably good to hear that from a customer, right?
Yeah, it is. You know, it's definitely been a lot of days, a lot of hours, you know, getting it to fit where it needs to fit. And, you know, Ken accepting, not really defeat, but what we needed to do to get it to where it is a big hurdle. And, you know, now he can actually see, okay, yeah, this is what we needed to do. Because it was one of those things where, yes, so-called people have done this setup, but we've tried every single way and it just didn't seem like it. So, you know, we went the course of putting the SPL arms on it and everything, and, you know, the finished product shows that, yeah, it can still be done, but you need this stuff.
We're at the final stretch of it, and I also want to thank the team over at AR Motorwerkz for refinishing these wheels. I think when Adam was taking this car onto the main road to do a test drive, making sure that there's no vibrations or any other issues, right, that could happen, Corey was driving the other way because he actually was here talking about the event, and he had to call me up. He goes, hey, Ken, I know I wouldn't call you, but your car looks absolutely freaking amazing. So that's a good compliment, but enjoy the rest of the B-roll. Adam's gonna fine tune the alignment, and we'll show you guys the final spec. All right, Adam, could you explain exactly what you were discussing? I know we mentioned it a little bit earlier, right? What does the SPL arms actually do?
So with the SPL arms, typically a lot of your rear camber adjustment, especially on BMWs, is all on the bottom. So what that does, whenever you need to add negative camber, it pushes the bottom of the wheel out, which then in turn tips the top of the wheel in. Whereas with the SPL arm, you can lock the bottom in to full positive, so it keeps the wheel in, but then your adjustment is all at the top, and then you can lean the top in, which is very similar to, you know, like doing camber plates in the front, where it leans the top in instead of at the bottom.
So basically it allows you to be super aggressive if you want, right, and have that full customization. As you can see from this angle, that is very flush, and it doesn't look like it's super cambered out like JDM camber, and that's not the look I was looking for.
No.
So for guys that are questioning or actually have any questions about this, hopefully Adam explained it to you guys. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comments, but I'm loving the way this is coming out.
Yep.
hopefully you guys enjoyed that video with everything that has been going on with these wheels. They look absolutely great. I definitely want to give a good shout out to Ron and his team again for building these out. The 3-piece setup looks incredible. Literally, people have been giving me thumbs up just driving on the way back south. And when you look at how deep dish these wheels are, you know, videos and stuff does no justice. You have a lot of real estate in the front and also the rear. Again, if you guys are looking to do this same setup, just to make Ron laugh, tell him you want job with the slut specs, right? And he's gonna get a good laugh about it, so which is pretty cool. I do wanna thank the team over at PSI, Sean, right? Without diligently going over the suspension, Moton, stance parts, and even the SPL arms, we made this fitment to be perfect, right? With how much camber is needed, how much my tire is gonna wear, right? Less tire wear because of the SPL arms. But this is, in my personal opinion, perfection. Look how aggressive the rear is, right? That looks absolutely, in my personal opinion, like perfection to me. And then taking my phone, that is incredible of how deep dish that wheel is, right? It's almost half the phone. And this is a Samsung, sorry guys, I'm a Samsung owner. Samsung 24 Ultra, right? And that's how much it gets buried in there. Incredible. So I did want to mention, obviously, a lot of people do like the Edelweiss wheels. Edelweiss wheels are a great set of wheels. But you gotta understand, guys, we all have tastes, different tastes, right? Different opinions. And as of right now, this is what I wanna rock on the car. This is what I wanna use for the Invasion of Orlando. And I think this looks incredible. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I know some people have different opinions, but I love this new look. Hopefully you guys enjoy these series of videos. I definitely put a lot of effort into making these videos. If you could do me a solid, hit the thumbs up. It helps my channel grow and it gives me an idea of what type of videos you like. But also a huge shout out to the team over at AR Motorwerkz, the team at PSI for making this happen, because there's been a lot of moving parts to make this look like perfection, and I really think this is like perfect. So other than that, I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys at the Invasion of Orlando. And if you guys do come up and see me, don't be afraid. Even though I'm going to be recording the whole time, come up, say what's up. I'm always happy to have a chat, and it definitely humbles me. So other than that, I want to thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.